YouTube, how you guys doing? I've had the new MacBook Air 2010 version, the 13-inch display for just over 24 hours now. I've done 3 videos on them, I've done the unboxing, I've done speed tests, and I've also played a game, Call of Duty COD 4, on the MacBook Air. And I'll leave these videos on the screen. Just click anywhere on these 3 screens and you can go directly to them videos if you haven't seen them. This is the 4th installment, and it's pretty much going to be what I feel or how I think about the MacBook Air after 24 hours, and just answer some of your basic questions that I've posted in forums, or you guys have posted in the comments below, or asked me on Twitter. One of the main questions people have asked, despite me doing a boot test, is how, is it really instant on? Yes, it's pretty much on within 15 seconds, which is quite good because that doesn't come close to this or the MacBook Pro Core i5, which I have. This is the MacBook Air is pretty much pick it up in the morning, and there we go, within 15 seconds you're loaded into OS X, and that is pretty much it. I've never seen something so close to it. Is it because of the flash or the SSD drive? Perhaps. This is my first flash based drive ever. The others are standard hard drives with 7,200 RPM. So maybe it's because of flash, but nevertheless this thing is blazing fast. And definitely today I got up this morning, picked the MacBook Air from the desk, and I was within 15 seconds I was just on the desktop. Second thing is gaming. I have only tried COD 4 simply because that is the only game I had at the time. But if you have any more questions as to what other games it can play, I wouldn't get the MacBook Air personally purely for gaming. The test was just to say, look, it's a MacBook Air, it can play Call of Duty 4, and bloody hell, give it a break. It can play it well, it does perform well, it's quite powerful, and I hope you guys don't expect to play top-notch games on it. Because essentially, while it can handle Call of Duty 4 well, but some of it you don't really want to be playing and expecting too much from a MacBook Air. In terms of battery life, it's doing pretty well so far. The problem with the batteries is you can't really tell in 24 hours. You need to give it a few days, about a week or so, until you can really analyse it. So hopefully I'll get back to you on that, hopefully in the review. The next question that I've had is the screen and the bezel around it. A lot of people saying they're not going to get the MacBook Air because it's got a silver bezel. Personally, I think it looks nice, and as you can see, it does look pretty slick. I prefer it over the MacBook Pro, which has a black border around it. Again, it's not too big, and I don't know why people are moaning about a bezel. But I think silver looks good, and the display of this is better than my MacBook Pro, the Core i5 15-inch, which is also a 2010 edition, April one. But yeah, the display and the silver bezel looks pretty neat in that. I'd like to have it on the MacBook Pro, but again, it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'll combine the next 2 questions, power and heat. Well, you might be saying, well, how hot does this thing get? Now, I would consider myself a power user. I'm always on iMovie, editing videos, exporting stuff, and I eat, walk and sleep YouTube. Pretty much always on YouTube, and you guys know YouTube doesn't perform too well on Macs. It crashes, it gets hot, and that was one of the issues I had with the MacBook Pro. It was getting quite hot and so on. This doesn't, plays it pretty well, handles it well, plays 1080p fine, no performance issues so far, bearing in mind I've only had it 24 hours. And this brings me on to the last thing, weight. For this entire video I've been holding this with one hand. Not a problem, something I could not do with the MacBook Pro, and that either. So I would say the weight is probably one of the things that is winning me over, and I'm considering getting this for myself. Of course, this is not my machine, but I'm pretty serious in actually getting one for myself, swapping out the MacBook Pro for one of these, because one of the things that's going for the MacBook Air in my opinion is the weight of this thing. You can hold it with one hand, your hand doesn't get tired, and it is so powerful at the same time. But that's pretty much it for this video. Stay tuned for the review, plenty of more videos going up for the MacBook Air series. What do you want to see? Leave a comment below. Remember, you can join me on twitter.com/i6glasswegian, random tweets throughout the day. Any questions, join me on iGlaswegian.com. If you could hit the subscribe button up here or anywhere on the screen, you would be amazing. And yeah guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.